Welcome to episode 4 of our Queen Anne Maiden Cruise vlog series. In this episode we explore some fabulous outside areas and one that is extremely disappointing. We find some huge glasses of beer in Lisbon. We show you around and discuss the very controversial Queen's Room. It's Paul versus Carole in the first ever pickleball championship. And sadly, there is more dining disappointment.
Good morning from Lisbon.
Obrigado or something.
That is a Portuguese word, Paulie, but let me show you on there. I think it's thank you and obrigado.
Oh, no, thank you for joining us then.
Yes. So as you can see, we're now here in Portugal. We came from La Coruna and we're here. This is our second port on our Queen Anne maiden voyage. So we just had a nice cup of coffee in the cabin, or we're all showered and ready to explore because we're off with our friends Ken and Lindsay and Dan and Tony, and we don't know Lisbon very well. We've been here before, but we only explored a small part of it, didn't we? Yeah. So this is where we are, look. Lisbon, Portugal.
Obviously it's a shame about the cranes, but you know, that's progress unfortunately, but what a beautiful looking city this is.
You can see the bridge down there. And you can see that this is where we're going to go and explore today.
And I might be wrong, but I'm going to go out on a limb. I think, is this where Cristiano Ronaldo was born? Or is that Funchal?
Oh, answers in the comments below, please.
See, I started all confident.
I know.
And now I'm waning a bit. So that may or may not be right. Hey, that's what we like to do in our videos. Always informative.
Anyway, we're going to go up on the top of the ship now and have a look at the views from there. We're going to go up to the sky bar and show you around that area too. So deck 14, which is the top of the ship.
Top of the ship?
The top of the ship.
Ship.
Oh, look at that funnel there. Ah, this is a lovely spot on the ship. As you can see, it's got some lovely seating areas, really comfortable. You're looking right over the pavilion, which is another lovely area on Queen Anne, which is the retractable roof. As you can see people in there swimming and enjoying themselves. But look at that. Hello, Lisbon. Nice spot, isn't it, Paulie?
Beautiful.
So this is the sky bar. Perfect spot in the sun for a sail away. But we're not sailing away yet. We're here till 5:30, and just so nice being in the sun, innit? After all the wet weather in the UK, it just makes you feel so happy. Well, everything makes me. We're on a cruise ship, we're in the sun, and we're in Portugal. What could be better? So let's take you for a walk around deck 14. And you've got some showers to cool off in the heat. You've also got some towels. And then if you walk around here, this is where there's some sport activities. There's an emergency crew drill.
This is the bridge. For exercise. The general emergency alarm signal is about to be sounded for exercise purposes only.
Yeah, so emergency crew drill going on at the moment, as you can hear.
Well, I want to look at the tape, to be honest, to see who's the loser. What I do know is I'm incredibly unfit, but I reckon that was more like a draw.
Oh, I don't think so.
Sit on this little bench.
Queen Anne. Right, let's take you out right in the front. I think we need to come up and do some more sports because this is fun. So we'll take you around this way. And there you've got a lovely little shaded sitting area. This ship has got some fantastic outside space. Isn't it, Pauline?
Yes.
It's really, really lovely.
This is where the smokers go, saying it quietly because there's smokers here.
Yes, it is. If you do smoke, then you're allowed to do that here. And if you come up the top here, you'll see there's more lovely seating with the view. You'll see over the back of the ship. No, not back of the ship, it's the front of the ship. But there's another view of Lisbon. And you've got a little mini golf by the looks. You've got some shuffleboard. And you've got a golfing net, haven't you, Pauline?
Yeah.
Yes, look at all that. Gonna have a quick go. See what Paul's golfing skills are like. Is that the right club?
I can tell you what they're like. Terrible.
Not bad. Well, you got to get it in the hole. Oh. Oh. Yes.
How hard I hit it? I know, but look how hard I hit it.
Oh, he's broke it.
Broke the ball. That's been...
So there you are, a little bit of golf, some more benches. I do love the Queen Anne benches. And also, you've got some table tennis.
On telephone 1200.
So that's a lovely area on deck 14 on Queen Anne. So this is lovely Rommel who's showing us the lunch that's going to be on offer today in the Corinthian Lounge. So we're going to go and have a little look at that now. Norwegian shrimp.
Shrimp, crab.
Forest ham, pate. Oh, looks good. Yeah. Small plates, that's by night though.
By night.
So it changes throughout the day, doesn't it? So there's 3 then, so you have breakfast, lunch and sort of 4.
There's got chops in the afternoon. Tea time.
Oh yes, tea time.
Chops, yeah. They call them chops.
Chocks.
Yeah.
Chocks. So you have breakfast snacks, you have obviously these lunchtime snacks,
And chops.
chocks,
And dinner.
and then like a light dinner sort of. So what time does the food stop in here?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Oh, okay. So lovely. Well, thank you very much. Cheers, Mama.
Have a look, yeah?
Yes, we're going to come and have a look now. So let's go and show you exactly. They've got the assembly station on, but ignore that because there's a crew emergency drill going on. No worries, we'll come back in 5 minutes. The drill's on, so there's none. Yeah, everything comes to a standstill, quite rightly for the drill, because it's very, very important. So this is the Corinthian Lounge on Queen Anne. As you can see, it's a really nice, light area, but very, very different from Queen Mary 2, where it's used for entertainment and quizzes. It's more a coffee shop, snack shop, nice, quiet place with sea views, and it's really lovely. And this is our corner here with all our...
This is our corner.
This is our corner. This is where we always sit with Ken, Lindsay and Dan and Tony. And we're enjoying a cappuccino, which I believe is $5. But if you do want complimentary tea and coffee, just head to the buffet, or the Artisans Food Hall as it's now called. Right, so food has arrived thanks to Rommel. So we've got some beef here, and it looks like smoked salmon. An apple.
Oh, it is, I know. I was hoping it was cheese.
That's very good. That's lovely, isn't it?
Beef's super.
Really, really lovely. That bread is delicious. That's so good. That's got like salmon. It's got like sweet apple puree. Yum, yum.
When did you become a food connoisseur?
I don't know. Today.
Today.
Check me out.
Finally, the time has arrived.
Right, we're off to Lisbon.
During this cruise, we stayed in this cabin, which is cabin number 4032. Make sure you watch our full review after this video.
So my gin fizz has arrived, look. But look at the big beers that Paul and Carole got. Cheers all.
Cheers.
And thank you all for being awesome company. Isn't that right, Paulie?
Let's not go too far.
You get her in there? This photograph or video? That's really good.
So we come back to Tea Camilla for a small drink with our friends here. So cheers everyone.
The boys are managing with their beers, but Lindsay's
2 hands left.
Let's go.
cheers.
It's nice when you get there.
That's what I always say.
What about the beer?
And this is how most conversations go.
Honeymoon memories, eh, Ken?
So this is a great place that's just like 5 minutes walk from the ship. As you can see, you can pick lots of different restaurants, pick up a tuk-tuk, or just come and have a beer. And if you haven't got really good mobility, then this is quite perfect. But we're going to head up here and find a little restaurant where we're going to try some Portuguese fare. But it's lovely. Look at all these balconies. So you can see how close it is because you can just see the top of the ship there. Can you see? So perfect if you just want to pop off for an hour and have some Portuguese food and a Portuguese beer. Look at this, tuna salad. Also, look at all these prawns. Wow.
Is that the cod? I was thinking of them as well. They look
So,
nice.
good food here. Look at the
Does look nice.
codfish cakes and antipasta plates.
Yeah, that's really nice, isn't it?
Oh, here we go.
Your lifts a finger and a little prawn comes out. What you don't realise is the head of that prawn is so hot it's burning my finger. Well, I'm doing it all for the purposes of video.
Hot food. We're enjoying hot food, aren't we? After not so much hot on the ship. That looks really good. As you can see, the ship is only there. You just need to walk this way and you'll find Salar de Vez, which we definitely recommend. So this is the way we'll be sailing out later. So you see the bridge, the Christ the Redeemer, and there is Cunard. Paul's annoying the lovely entertainment hosts. They've got to know him quite well. So we've just come through security, and I just want to point out, because if you've been following us for a while, we know we always have a disaster with our suitcases. So in the terminal they've got them for sale, and they're not stupid crazy prices. So if you've got a problem with your suitcase, then it's really reassuring in Lisbon that you can find a suitcase that can replace it.
Back on board, we headed to Deck 12 to pay a visit to the library. On all the other Cunard ships, the libraries are quite magnificent. Unfortunately, on Queen Anne, it's not the case. We also had a walk around the Commodore Club, which as you can see is quite beautiful. But as the sun was still shining, we headed to the Sky Bar.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new Paul and Carole Love to Travel bag. It holds a lot more than you'd expect. Have a look at this. How cool is that? It's like Hermione Granger's bag.
It's a pantomime trick.
We're at the Sky Bar, ready for sail away from Lisbon, as you can see here. But there's one big problem, isn't there, Paul?
Well, I'll tell you what, do you know what would be nice with a nice sail away? Maybe a nice little drink.
Nice cocktail.
Nice cocktail, maybe a cold glass of cider, a Diet Coke, even a water.
Yes.
But we can't do that because the bar closes at 5:30. It's
Yes,
like
so
business manager at Cunard. Let's just turn business away.
Yeah, it's all closed up, which is a bit of a shame, really. You can go in there and down towards the Commodore Club to get a drink.
But then,
why on earth would they? A sunny day, Sky Bar, perfect spot for sail away.
There
So that's a bit
must be,
disappointing.
without exaggeration, in excess of 100 people in and around the Sky Bar.
Yeah.
But so, Mr. Bar Manager, sort yourself out. Give your head a wobble.
Oh, yeah. Paul's right, because there's loads of people sat all around the top of the deck here, and it would be perfect for a cocktail and sail away. But alas,
It's not to be.
no, at the moment. But hopefully they'll change their minds, particularly if they're sailing to really sunny climates,
climes, yeah.
like we are in Lisbon. So sadly, the ship's not sailing away until about 7 o'clock from Lisbon, so we're going to miss a bit of a time lapse because we've got Aranya booked, Spices of India. So let's see what it has to offer.
Now this is the one that without a doubt I was looking forward to the most. My favourite restaurants on any cruise line I will go on will be the Asian fusion, Indian, Japanesey, that sort of stuff. So this is the one that this was going to be the one for me.
So they were very accommodating because we were with Ken and Lindsay and Kathy, and Ken and Lindsay had a table for two, and we asked if we could all sit together, and the staff were lovely in there, weren't they? Really lovely, and they put us all together, got the menus, and we're looking thinking, oh, this is a little bit different, isn't it, as you can see here from the menus we're showing you. And then the food started arriving, and it was, first of all, we had this thing that you popped in your mouth, which was a real lovely, like, a chef special, because they give you a couple of chef special throughout the meal.
I believe it was called a something pop.
And that was like, oh, and that was full of flavour, wasn't it? Not spice, but it was full of flavour. So we all enjoyed that, and then our appetizers arrived. I had the pork belly, which came like in a pork belly roll, really, wasn't it? With some red cabbage. And I must admit, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I felt it was cooked really well. You, however, had...
Well, because I like to cover all bases, I also had the pork belly, which I totally agree with Carole, was delicious. You know, like a kofta, like
a kofta sausage,
like a sausage looking thing you get from a kebab shop. It was duck they made into like a sausage, and it was just dry and bland.
Yeah.
And obviously it didn't help the fact that the belly pork roll was really nice and saucy with a little bit of spice.
But you had to pay for one of those, didn't you?
I had to pay extra.
So you do pay extra for if you want more than one starter. And then the mains came. Now I went for the beef, and when it came out I thought, oh, that looks it was short rib beef, which I thought, oh, that'd be interesting. And I must admit, it was flavoursome and it was nice. But the reason we booked this restaurant was because it says spice. Indian spice, if you see from the title here, and there's just nothing spicy about this piece of beef at all. It was tasty, it was cooked to perfection, it had like a gravy with it, but it was more like having a beef dinner than
like
actually
an
roast,
yeah.
And it was delicious and lovely, but I was really quite disappointed because we love spice and we love the different flavours. It was flavoursome, but it was not what I expected whatsoever.
It's not the flavours that you wanted, and it also come with a dal, and
that was lovely.
But it had no spice to it.
No,
it had a nice flavour, but it's no spice.
But it was a tasty dal,
and so we're still on the Indian spices that was on the menu.
Yeah, where's the spice?
I had the spatchcock chicken with a tikka masala sauce. The chicken, I've seen more meat on a butcher's pencil. It was absolutely devoid of meat. If you'd have got all that meat off it, you'd have struggled to fill an egg cup with it. And the sauce, it was almost identical to Heinz tomato soup. I love Heinz tomato soup. I don't know where the tikka masala stuff was, because there was no spice to it. It was just absolutely bang on. If I'd have gone to the kitchen and seen a tin of Heinz tomato soup in the bin, I'd have thought, yeah, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
It was so bland, it was unbelievable. To go with it, you had some saffron rice, which the rice was nice, but naan breads that looked more like a pizza base that they'd forgot to put the toppings on. It was just a flat piece of bread cut into triangles.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Presentation was lovely.
Yeah, service was impeccable.
Apart from the naan breads, it all looked lovely. Yeah. The service was great.
Yeah.
But
it was just disappointing because there wasn't spice. And that's what it leads you to believe. Book this restaurant because it's full of spice. 2 out of 4 of the specialty restaurants have been disappointed on this cruise. We're hoping that they, as they're doing with all the feedback, there's lots of feedback going on this maiden cruise. And to be fair, the staff are rising and working on the feedback they're getting. And you get issues with maiden cruises, but you don't expect to get issues or some disappointment with specialty restaurants that are just catering for a small crowd. Since we've been in that restaurant, we've been talking to quite a few passengers, and they felt the same.
Of course, had the same.
So there you are. So that's Aranya.
After a very blustery after-dinner walk, we captured a beautiful sunset before heading back inside.
We decided to go to the Queen's Room because it was 80s night. The Queen's Room, when we first walked in there, was like, oh, this is very disappointing. It's got a very low ceiling until you actually walk on the dance floor and can see it's 2 stories. It was very modern. It was very sort of IKEA-like. And we were thinking, oh, how is they going to utilise this through the week? But it's actually become quite a little bit of a hub of the ship where it's lively. They've had some really good entertainment. They've got some really good singers on here with the band, haven't they? They've got a male and female duo, and they've also got a lady with the dark hair that sings. It was excellent. So vocally, there's a lot. It's used for dancing a lot, which I wanted to get in because we thought, oh, is there going to be the same ballroom dancing and Latin dancing that people love about Cunard? And it has been utilised. And every time there's an opportunity for dancing, there's dancers on there, isn't there?
There is dancers on there. My disappointment is the size of the dance floor and the shape of the dance floor. And it just makes it difficult, because it's a strange shape, for people to keep going round, because people keep
they have
going
to sort of go in
round,
half
and so it's a funny old shape. But obviously there has been occasions where there's been the correct amount of music, the correct sort of music, where people are definitely still keen to get up and dance.
Yeah.
But going back to that night, they haven't got room on the stage. I'd be interested in. We made some inquiries about big band night, and we were told there's no big band night. That is a major disappointment to us.
For us,
Anybody who's
yeah.
seen a big band night is fabulous. The stage I don't think is big enough to do a big band night anyway, but apparently they haven't got the requisite amount of musicians. But I have to say what they have got in the Queen's Room, because they've got the Queen's Room Orchestra and they've also got the band that plays in the theatre, and they're both fabulous. And the singers that are in the Queen's Room Orchestra are fabulous, and they were doing 80s covers, and I'll tell you what, it was like absolutely bang on.
It was.
They are so good, and it was such a fabulous night.
Great atmosphere in the Queen's Room, and they've got the LED screens at the back, give it a total new dimension as well, don't they? And it's funky, it's modern, and we're really, really liking it. They've got different sitting areas too, because you can sit around the dance floor, as you can see here, or we tend to migrate. So there's, if you walk through the Queen's Room towards the windows and look out to the sea, there's like, it looks actually like you're sat in a canteen, doesn't it? Because they've got tables that are square. But you know, for us that's been in a group, that's been a perfect spot, because you're away from the music a little bit, so you can chat and you can still hear each other, but you can still watch what people watch and enjoy the evening. And we've ended up there quite a few nights, haven't we? And thoroughly enjoyed it. So 80s night was a success.
It was. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Right then,
It's the middle of the night and she's got me up again.
it's not. It's like 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
So it's a sea day today. We're on our way back to Southampton, which is sad, isn't it? Because even though there has been some blips along the way on the maiden voyage, but overall we've had a brilliant time, haven't we? And fabulous company.
Most definitely.
So we're we're at sea, which is always lovely. This is one of our favourite things, isn't it? Looking out at the ocean. The weather's still quite warm. The sun's still shining, but there was quite a breeze in the air. But this is our view from our balcony. So it's a bit windy, actually, a bit windier than I thought. So we're off to the artisan. What do they call it? The artisan. I can never get my head around the buffet, basically.
The buffet.
But they call it the artisan food hall. To meet the gang, isn't it? Ken and Lindsay and Dan and Tony. So we've having so much fun with them, haven't we?
I'll just put my bag on.
Yes, that bag's been awesome, hasn't it, Paulie?
Yeah.
So do check out our merchandise on our shop on our website, or just search Paul and Carole Love to Travel shop. Right, let's go.
We are constantly surprised by the amount of people that ask us what sauces are available on a cruise. On Queen Anne, as you can see, there are loads available, including Marmite, Worcestershire sauce, and Heinz mustards, mayos and tomato sauce. And of course, no breakfast would be complete without HP sauce. There is also a range of plant-based, vegetarian, gluten-free, dairy-free and wellness options available at the Artisan Food Hall too. When it comes to breakfast, I'm pretty predictable with a full English, but Carole will sometimes surprise me with smashed avo on toast and is constantly trying to convert me. Maybe I'll try it tomorrow. With plenty going on around the ship, we bypassed the exercise class in the Queen's Room and headed to the pub for morning trivia.
It's quiz time in the Golden Lion with Kathy and Paul. You going to win today?
I certainly hope so.
She's more confident than I am.
So Paul's back from the quiz.
What can I say? Do you want to see my victory dance? So do I, because we lost. To be fair, there's only 2 of us in the team, and virtually all the other teams had 6 in their teams. We got a very respectable 16 out of 20. The winning score was 19 out of 20.
Wow.
The only question the winning team got wrong is what bridge over the River Thames, what plans to build this bridge was abandoned in 2017. What was the name of that bridge? Now, somebody in the quiz did get it right, but the winning team didn't. So, no Googling. What was the name of that bridge?
Right then. So, this morning, we've had a good look around the shops. And we've had a good look around the promenade. Now, firstly, we'll take you around the shops so you can see some of the prices. So, the duty-free shops here. So you can get some Remy Martin for 2,500 for Smirnoff, Absolute Vodka 24.25. Grey Goose, if we have a look at here, is $50. Actually, that's cheap. that is cheap because that's minimum of £54 at home, possibly more. So whatever your tipple is, it's worth coming to this shop to see if they got it. Look, they've got whiskey from the Cotswolds, that's near us.
So I wonder how much to make up the allowance for tourists.
Only £12 a bottle.
Also available in the duty-free shop. You can't see them, but there is cigarettes. We don't smoke, but obviously some people go in there to buy to take some home for people. And Paulie's just been asking the prices.
Well, we did have one of our subscribers ask if we could find out. You can take 200 cigarettes or 250 grams of tobacco. Seeing how much cigarettes are, it's very, very cheap. So it's $35 for 200 cigarettes, which is about £30. In the UK, that would be £120. So it's about a quarter of the price. But just remember, kids, smoking's bad for you. It stunts your growth and it makes you smile. So don't do it. Also today, and today only, which is no good to anybody watching this video, but I'm sure they'll do it on your. It's worth asking. If you buy a bottle of spirits, they will engrave the bottle with a message of your choosing. So how cool is that?
So do check while you're on board. And now let's take you around the very controversial promenade. Ooh. Let us know what you think.
Unfortunately, a walk on the prom is about as picturesque as a walk through an industrial estate. There are no famous Cunard old school sun loungers, and apart from an area at the aft of the ship, you can hardly see the sea. What's your thoughts on this promenade? Let us know in the comments below.
So we're off to meet the gang. And remember what we told you about the carpet? Just follow the arrows and it'll take you to the lift. Which I think is genius, isn't it, Paulie? Yeah, it is. Considering, you know, with watching our vlogs, the amount of times that we get lost. And here we are. And here you get to the blue lifts. Perfect. So we're just going to go down to the Queen's room, which is on deck 2 and 3.
What does blue mean, honey?
Blue means aft. Gold means middle.
Have another go. Do we live in the aft?
No, we live at the front. Oh dear, blue means front, mid means gold, and red is aft. Yes.
One more.
The pub is busy. I know everyone's finding out how good the pub lunches are, which they have been good, haven't they, Paulie?
Great, yeah.
They've been great. Then if you want to eat in the pub, make sure you get there early because it gets rammed. But it is really good. And let's show you what's on the specials board for today, which is cottage pie with horseradish mash, and you've got gammon, egg and chips and steamed lemon pudding. But look, you can't get a seat in there now, so make sure you get there before 12. And make sure you book the Bright Light Society like we showed you before, because this cast are phenomenal. We met Fran on the ship and she's absolutely lovely. So we've decided to come to the Pavilion Grill, and as you can see, this is what's on offer. A few things already off, isn't there? Hot dogs. So there is a chicken option and there is a fish option. So I'm going to try that. So Paulie's got the hot dog. I've got the filet o fish. And Paulie's got a chicken burger as well, have you?
Yes.
So we just need napkins.
We got
and
loaded
nice
fries
and
and Cajun fries.
Ooh, looks good actually. It's a nice bit of fish.
After an excellent lunch at the grill, we headed off in search of the cabana.
So not all the lifts go to 11, so you have to find the special lift on Stairway C. And this is the cabana. So if you carry on walking down here, you will find the iconic funnel, the Queen Anne sign, and that obviously leads on to the grill terrace, which we're not allowed because we're Britannia passengers. So, and then it goes down to a nice little sitting area down here. So this ship's got some fantastic outside space. It really, really has.
We've just done our full review and cabin tour. Now it's a full review because we've been living in it for 6 whole days. So we know all the pitfalls, we know all the ups, we know all the downs. And we also know that we've got a massive balcony at no extra cost. So you need to make sure you watch that.
Yes, there's a link here, or you can watch it after this video.
Join us in the final episode as we make our way back to Southampton. It's gala night and we pay our first visit to the main dining room. Will we regret it? And find out if we would cruise on Queen Anne or a maiden voyage ever again.